The November 4th, 2024 Robertson County School Board meeting will now come to order. If you would please silence your cell phones and electronic devices and join me in a moment of silence. Thank you. Would you please stand? Pledge of Allegiance.
Okay, we're going to face this way towards the flag. You ready?
Logan.
No, salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance
I pledge
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We would like to thank Robert F. Woodall for coming out tonight. Give us your name and your grade.
Logan, and I'm in first grade.
Okay.
Dutch Trench, second grade.
Carter Marvin, second grade.
Emerson, first grade. Easton Thompson, first grade. Elise Stanley, second grade.
Thank you, guys.
Okay. Dr. Weeks, would you please read our mission and vision statements?
Tonight, our mission is that we should ensure each student is prepared to succeed in life. Our vision is that Robertson County Schools will enable all students to reach and exceed high academic and career standards and empowering them to succeed in a technologically advanced and culturally diverse society. We do that through a climate and culture where we refine relationships, we respect traditions, and we recognize excellence. And in a climate and culture of teaching and learning where we are raising expectations, reestablishing foundations, and removing barriers.
Thank you. Board members, you have before you an agenda for tonight's meeting, including, of course, items on our consent agenda. What is your pleasure?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion to approve by Mr. Jeff White, second by Ms. Demetria. All in favor of approval, make it known by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, no. Ooh, that was a weak eye. Come on, y'all. We got to do it. We got to do it. There's just 4 of us tonight. We got to do a little better than that, okay?
You want me to do it again?
No, that's okay. I just next time. I'll leave it. Okay. Staff recognitions.
Board members, tonight we would like to start off by recognizing Ms. Michelle Galuzzi. She's our HR supervisor, and we are so thankful to have several groups that are going to be recognized tonight. And Ms. Galuzzi, if you'd start us off with our first group, please, and we'll tell us a little bit about that group. Mr. Jeff White, I'm going to ask if you would help Ms. Galuzzi recognize our first group of honorees tonight.
Thank you so much. Tonight, we're going to be honoring teachers and support personnel that were selected by each school who show exemplary dedication and service to Robertson County Schools. First of all, we're going to recognize support personnel from each school who go above and beyond to provide exemplary service to students. First of all, from Bransford Early Learning School, Melissa Parrish. From Cheatham Park Elementary School, Angel Barbie. From Coopertown Elementary School, Heather Irvin. Get through the crowd. From Coopertown Middle School, Carla Pettit. From Crestview Elementary School, Ms. Trevette Burns. From East Robertson Elementary School, Summer Hornberger. From East Robertson High School, Emily Fletcher. From Greenbrier Elementary School, Amy Doris. From Greenbrier High School, Tanya Dixon. From Greenbrier Middle School, Stephanie Hamilton. From Joe Burns Elementary School, Carissa Gibson. From Joe Burns High School, Jody Webb. From Kreisel Elementary School, Doris Crawford. From Robert F. Woodall Elementary School, Candy Collette. From Robertson County Phoenix Academy, Lasagna Mullen. From Springfield High School, Susan Horn. From Watauga Elementary School, Francis Fugate. From Westside Elementary School, Kathy Wilkins. From White House Heritage Elementary School, Debbie Foley. Wilkins. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Okay. We have your name on this.
And from White House Heritage High School, Angie Tate. Let's give our support staff another big round of applause. If all of you would please go this way through this open door, Dr. Greenberg's going to take your picture.
Congratulations. Thank y'all for what you do. Mr. Ayers, you want to help?
Thank you so much. Congratulations. Next, we're going to recognize Teacher of the Year candidates from each school. These teachers display a genuine love for teaching and deep enthusiasm for their subject matter, a willingness to adapt teaching strategies to meet the diverse needs of their students, the ability to create engaging and innovative lessons that capture their students' attention and interest, and they promote learning, a willingness to collaborate with their colleagues, parents, and other stakeholders, engagement and self-reflection to continually improve, have a growth mindset that welcomes challenges and sees failures as opportunities for improvement. They serve in leadership roles both in the school and community. These candidates have been divided into two categories. First of all, we're going to recognize novice teachers. These are teachers who have taught at least 10 months, but no more than 30 months. So these will be teachers who are in their second or third year of teaching. First of all, from Cheatham Park Elementary School, Rachel Doris. From Coopertown Elementary School, Emily Lancaster. From Coopertown Middle School, Michelle Offit. From Crestview Elementary School, Sarah Cook. From East Robertson Elementary School, Hannah Adkins. From East Robertson High School, Austin Hicks. From Greenbrier Elementary School, Megan Higdon. From Greenbrier High School, Josue Mora. From Greenbrier Middle School, Roxana Goad. From Joe Burns Elementary School, Devin Bull. From Joe Burns High School, Ashley Crane. From Kreisel Elementary School, Taylor Brightup. From Robert F. Whittle Elementary School, Catherine Wilson. From Springfield High School, Dr. Ryan Footit. From Westside Elementary School, Savannah Hale. From White House Heritage Elementary School, Bailey Bennell. And from White House Heritage High School, Caitlin Stark. Let's give all of our novice Teachers of the Year another round of applause. Through that open door for your picture. Next, we're going to honor the Teachers of the Year who have taught at least 3 years. From Bransford Early Learning School, Kelsey Kemp. From Cheatham Park Elementary School, Megan Wiseman. From Coopertown Elementary School, Alice Poor. From Coopertown Middle School, Jared Cumberbatch. From Crestview Elementary School, Tracy Arnzen. From East Robertson Elementary School, Sarah Hall. From East Robertson High School, Kerrigan Grimes. Kerrigan represented the middle school, part of the school, and Carrie Hudgens is from East Robertson High School, representing the high school portion of the school. Oh, she's such a fabulous teacher, she's working tonight at a ball game.
She's the administrator at the middle school basketball game.
Representing Greenbrier Elementary School, Rebecca Morrison.
Take y'all for not mine.
From Greenbrier Middle School, Tara Hallams. From Greenbrier High School, Donna Madden. From Joe Burns Elementary School, Gary Adcock. From the Innovation Academy of Robertson County, Rachel Shepard. From Joe Burns High School, Christy Owens. From Kreisel Elementary School, Decinda Whitehead. From Robert F. Whittle Elementary School, Megan Whittemore. From Springfield High School, Krista Morris. From Watauga Elementary School, Christine Moles. From Westside Elementary School, Jill Holman.
Everybody slide to the right. Slide to the right. I can do it.
I was going to say, it's like a DJ. From White House Heritage Elementary School, Diane Armstrong. Also from White House Heritage Elementary School, representing the 6th grade there, Amber Cole. From White House Heritage High School, representing the middle school, Haley Campbell. And from White House Heritage High School, representing the high school, Erica Hoover. Let's give all of our school-level Teachers of the Year a round of applause. Would you please lead them to this?
Good job.
Congratulations, you guys. Proud of y'all.
In the next month, a district team will review all the Teacher of the Year applications that were submitted to determine who will be submitted to the state for consideration. Those selected will be recognized at next month's meeting.
Thank you, Ms. Galuzzi, for that. Next, board members, we would like to recognize a special group of student athletes tonight. And first of all, we would ask, although we have formal recognitions of teams at later times throughout the year, would ask Ms. Demetria White if you would help me. Tonight, it's quite an honor to recognize our state volleyball runners-up in the state tournament. And so we'd ask the ladies from East Robertson High School to come and have your picture made with Miss White. And we are so, oh, you brought the trophy too. That's so exciting. Congratulations. Thank you.
to be in that picture with him. Yeah, it's the right colors. You just match them so good.
Board members, if you'll recall, we always recognize our teams, we recognize our coaches, and we do that throughout the spring. But anytime that we have student athletes participate directly in the state tournaments, we do like to recognize them at the time of their participation. And so also tonight, we would like to recognize 3 golfers that had the opportunity to represent their respective teams at the state golf championship. From Springfield High School, Miss Grace Prowse. Congratulations, Grace. Proud of you. Thank you for being here. Also from East Robertson High School, Miss Anna Claire Highsmith. Proud of you. And the state golf champion, we don't get to say that very often, the state golf champion, Mr. Grayson Coe from White House Heritage. I had the opportunity during our fall break to follow Grayson and Anna Claire around a little bit. They got me walking a whole lot of places I was not comfortable walking, but it was such an honor to see them and to follow them. Grace, I appreciate you representing us as well. Guys, we'll have you back in the spring and recognize you with certificates and plaques and things like that. But thank you for representing your school, representing your families, and representing the Robertson County School District. Thank you, guys.
There they go. Yep. Here we are. Okay. Think we're all right now? Okay, board members, we are going to move on to our meeting. We want to look first at the personnel reports.
Board members, page 25 in your packets labeled item 5A is our certified personnel report. You will see that there were 26 certified personnel actions. We had 4 resignations, 7 leaves of absence, and 15 new hires. And again, those are the certified actions. On page 26, also labeled item 5A, is the classified personnel report. You see there were 30 actions. You see the retirement from Mr. Harold Jones of our transportation department. You see resignations, transfers, reassignments, new hires, and volunteer coaches.
Any questions on personnel reports? Okay, we'll move on to expense comparison report.
Board members, item 6A in your packet on page 27 represents the expenses through September 30th of 2024. You see a summary of those expenses. Our revenues at $21.6 million, or 15% of our budget. Our expenditures are $28 million, or 20% of our budget. Again, that represents, we're not alarmed at that. That represents a lot of items that we pay before some of the revenues start coming in. You'll see on the next line item that we are still yet to receive any property tax. I think notices went out this week, and so maybe some of that will start coming in before our next meeting. Sales tax came in at $3.4 million, or 20% of our budget. So you see that deficit that we are carrying right now on paper, but again, that's nothing that we're alarmed about at this point in time. The expenditures that we track regularly: electricity at 27% of our budget, diesel fuel 16% of our budget, gasoline 20% of our budget, salaries at 17% of our budget, and insurance at 25% of our budget. The detailed reports are contained within your consent agenda, and if you have questions about the specific reports, you're welcome to contact our office, or Ms. Kleinert is here and can answer questions.
Okay, any questions or comments on expense comparison report? Okay, next item is amendment for Fund 177 Schools Capital Project 2024.
Board members, on page 28, labeled item 6B in your packet, we needed some additional money to cover some expenses in the West Side project. This is not requesting new money, but it's taking some money from the $15 million that was allocated to IA and to move some of those dollars from the West Side project to the IA project. So it is a balanced amendment. We're just moving it within that category. It really helps our finance office track expenditures per project. And so it's really just moving on paper from the IA project back to the West Side project. It is, we've moved roughly $100,000 to take care of any change orders that might come through. With your approval, this will go to the county budget and county finance committees.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Mr. White. Is there a second? Second by Mr. Ayers. Any questions or discussion?
Just one, this is not hindering the project, the IE at all.
No, sir. We had, between those two projects, you see at the middle of that page, we had a $15 million and then a $5.5 million. So roughly we had $20 million, just kind of spreading that out. So it's going to take care of both of those projects. No deductions or anything there. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Question.
Okay, question's been called. All those in favor of approval, make it known by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, no. Motion passes. Next item is approval of 2024-2025 employee benefits package.
Board members, starting on page 30 in your packet over through page 35, we've placed this information for your approval and for just really for your review more than anything else. We are on the state of Tennessee health insurance plan, and so you will see the various plans that are contained and for our eligible employees, the family plan, the spouse in the family plan, and the children's plan. So you'll see those various options there. You'll see the options on page 31 that an employee could take. You'll see the rates that the board contributes, and you'll see the rates that the employees contribute to each of those plans. And you'll see some details about those plans on page 33 that relate to their deductibles and other items like that. On page 35, again, that's carried over. You will see some options for health, vision, and dental insurance coverage in that packet. And so it's more for your information, but Chairman Hogan, it would, I guess, be appropriate that we accept a motion to approve these plans as employee options.
Okay, do we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Ayers. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. White. Any questions or discussion?
So is there any material change year over year? We haven't made any changes as a district?
We're not making changes as a district. You will see, obviously, just like everything else, some of the, I was pleased to see there was not a significant change. I don't think there was any change to the deductibles and out-of-pocket maximums for families. There were changes to the rates that employees pay, and you'll see those listed on page 31, both employees as well as the district.
Any other questions? Okay. All those in favor of approval, make it known by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, no. Motion passes. We're still weak on those ayes, y'all. I gotta hear
You
it.
hear me?
I heard you. It's okay.
Okay.
It's okay. Okay, next item on our agenda is approval of school board policies on first reading.
Board members, I'm going to request that if we pull policy 1.800, page 36 and 37, if you pull that from your packets tonight, we're not quite ready for that. So if you would pull that, and so our policy review tonight will begin on page 38. Ms. Dickerson.
5 policies are being presented for your approval on first reading. The first policy, 2.403, surplus property sales. Previously, legal notices were required to be placed in newspapers. Under a new change to state law, these notices are also required to be placed online on a news and information website. So that's the only major change. Second policy for tonight, 2.804, expenses and reimbursements. There is a minor revision to line 11 where the word designee has been added in 2 places. Third policy, 2.805, purchasing. On page 2, lines 25 and 26 have some minor wording updates. Fourth policy, 2.806, bids and quotations. Posting information online is now required. Additionally, Public Chapter 661 exempts bulk fuel purchases that exceed bidding limits from those bidding requirements. And the last one for tonight, 5.307, physical assault leave. Previously, per state law, physical assault leave was only available to teachers. Public Chapter 839 expands this type of leave to include any employee who is absent from assigned duties as a result of physical assault or other violent criminal acts committed in the course of their employment duties. Do you have any questions? Thank you.
Thank you.
Like to make a motion to, like to vote on first reading 2.403, 2.804, 2.805, 2.806, 5.307.
Thank you. Motion's been made by Mr. White. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Ayers. Any questions or discussion? So all those in favor of approving these on first reading, make it known by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, no. Motion passes. Okay, our next item is a revision to facility plan.
Board members, on page 47 in your packet labeled 8A, you will see a summary of our discussion and the information that was been presented to you at your planning session a couple of weeks ago. We have updated that document to show by strike-through that we have completed the West Side HVAC replacement plan, the IA parking lot Phase 1, GMS football bleachers, I'm sorry, that should say CMS football bleachers, and the Joe Burns High School cooling tower. In the top middle block, you'll see that we're continuing work on the West Side West Side Addition, Innovation Academy renovations. Woodall HVAC is underway, and we have some more information on the Coopertown Middle School base. The Woodall Playground, Woodall Driveway, and Coopertown Elementary School HVAC replacement. So those are the things that you have approved that were on a part of our facility plan. And so per our discussion at the bottom of the page, looking for our next phases and our next areas where we consider land, we consider building spaces for our high growth areas. And then there were a list of items that were left in my office when I took the office in December of last year. There was some work here at central office that needed to be done, including a roof replacement. New transportation facility was out. Greenbrier High School gym and athletic facilities there, and there were various other small maintenance projects that needed to be completed. So again, I think it's just an acknowledgement that we are continuing to progress through there. And I think this item is tied much to item 8B, which is the next one in your packet. I don't think there's any action required tonight on item 8A unless the board would specifically like to prioritize anything in terms of additions or building plans at this point in time. But it is very closely tied to the work that's on item 8B. Yes, sir.
That would be something that would highlight our planning session next month. I think it'd be good to put on there.
So I know prior to the meeting, there was some discussion about should we carry this and actually have a prioritized list ready to go in conjunction with 8B. And so we will officially announce that we will have a planning session at 5:30 December with everyone's approval.
Do we need extra time, because we start at 6:30? Do you want 5 or 5:30, Drew?
We do 5:15?
Do what?
5:15, help everybody, extra 15 minutes or so?
When do you have to post the notice?
48 hours ahead.
Okay. Let's wait a couple of weeks,
Okay.
and let's see what the
Okay.
agenda looks like as what folks
Oh.
turn in.
Okay.
So we will announce that we are scheduling a planning session prior to the next board meeting, time to be decided and
Right.
advertised and publicized at that point in time. But again, so from our perspective, we would look for things that need to go in what you say is block 4, or the large block at the bottom left of your page, as well as looking at a time frame to accomplish that task. Jointly with that, on page 8B, back in early summer, late spring, you had directed our office to request proposals for a construction management service. And as you'll recall, we had 2 excellent proposals brought to us. And you had one from Nabholz and one from Hewlett Spencer. We'd like to acknowledge both of the groups are represented here tonight. Chase from Nabholz and Jamie from Hewlett Spencer. They have both been excellent folks to work with. And you see a summary of the qualifications and the items that were taken from their actual proposals summarized on page 48 in your book. So again, we had talked about the importance of using construction management to help our departments manage those funds or manage those projects that we want to proceed with, help design, locate land for those, help us prioritize those, and then walk us through that building facility process. So again, I know we discussed at our planning session last week or two for that item to be placed on the agenda for the evening.
Board members, do we have a motion? Do we have discussion? What?
Well, I guess I'd like to thank both the groups for coming out and being available to answer our questions. I guess I'll throw a motion out there for discussion, if that's okay.
Okay.
This is based on research and me reaching out to some of the school officials that were around when we last used a construction management firm, and I'd like to make a motion to retain the services of Hewlett Spencer.
Okay.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Now, any discussion?
I'll say that I think they'd both be great, but I think we need this going forward. I think the scope of building a school is outside the realm of the lowest bidder, and we don't have the personnel to properly inspect it here on staff. And so I think this is the best answer to avoiding some of the issues we've had in the last couple of years.
Yes.
I think it's 2 good proposals from both of them.
Absolutely.
And nothing is binding for life. And so this time, that's the reason I would go with Hewlett Spencer, is kind of what you're talking about and what I've witnessed in the past. And, not saying anything that the other companies would not do just as good, but I just don't know everything about you all like I maybe do. I do know some of the other because I was a board member in the past, that worked with them. But everything we have here is good and very considerable for the future.
Okay. Anybody else have anything to say? Ready to vote?
Question?
Okay. All those in favor of selection of Hewlett Spencer as a construction management firm, would you make it known by saying aye?
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion passes 4-0. Okay, our next item is application for campus construction project, East Robertson High School softball athletic facility.
Board members, on page 49, labeled item 8C, East Robertson High School has requested to build an athletic facility specifically designated for the softball team. You'll see in line 7 of that application, it is fundraising through the Diamond Club there at softball at East Robertson High School. You'll see that the plans are still there and for consideration. There's a rough sketch of that on page 51 in your packets, and there's a sketch of a site plan on page 52 and page 53, a little bit about 53, 54, what that facility would look like on the inside. It's our custom and our practice that we approve all modifications to school sites. We've reviewed that, and it does come with a recommendation of our maintenance department, and I would also second that recommendation.
Okay.
Ms. Mary, is there anything else to add? This is pretty great that the community is going to be able to do this.
I believe so. Coach Evans is here, and he and their club have met with Mr. Charles and Coach Chapman and I, and so I think it'll be good, be a good addition down here.
Thank you.
Okay.
Motion to approve?
Thank you, Mr. White. Motion to approve.
Second.
Second by Ms. White. Any other questions or discussion? All those in favor of approval, make it known by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, no. Motion passes 4-0. Our next one is renovation for restrooms, East Robertson High School.
Board members, also from East Robertson High School, page 55, labeled item 8D. We have a request from East Robertson High School in cooperation with the Life Center Church to renovate a bank of restrooms. You'll see over on page 57, it's highlighted in green on my document where that exact restroom bank is located. But we have had a long-lasting relationship with the Life Center Church at East Robertson High School, and we've negotiated with them part of the offset of the expenses of using our facilities on a regular basis, some in-kind contributions. We would like to acknowledge that on page 55, you see line item 14, we are valuing that in-kind contribution of $13,000. So I want to be transparent. That $13 will help offset. It's not the complete cost of Life Center's usage of our facilities, but we're accepting and valuing that at $13,000. So that'll be an offset to the expenses for using the facility as they do per our board agreement that we have. On page 56, my signature's not on there. I didn't get a chance to sign this. That is, I do recommend and support that as well.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Mr. Ayers. Is there a second?
Second.
Ms. White?
The only question I have, I think it's wonderful that they're doing this. Is there a time connected to what the in-kind is? I mean, is that to be spread out over a year or, okay.
Our agreements are on an annual basis with them, and so Mr. Charles has negotiated with their pastoral leadership and the leadership team there. So we're accepting that value of $13,000 and knocking that off of the cost of the facilities.
Very good. Questions or comments? All
I'd like to
those-
see the before and after, and take pictures.
Yeah,
But I appreciate Life Center.
I guess you can show you the before.
Makes the after look better, and any other schools they're interested in, will but no, that's awesome, I'm really proud of that.
It is.
Maybe one outside the commentary and
Yeah. Okay, all those in favor of approval, make it known by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, no. Motion passes 4-0. Okay, we are ready for our Director of Schools report.
Board members, the first item that I would like to recognize is last week on the 30th, we had an opportunity to host several county commissioners. I think we had 11 county commissioners, our board chairman, and a few of our staff. We told them we were bringing a limousine to tour some schools. Actually, we brought a yellow school bus to do that and drove them around and had a great day. We visited Chrysler Elementary School, went to East Robertson Elementary School, and we had lunch and toured White House Heritage High School and came back. I would like to thank Ms. Jordan Osborne for helping us coordinate that. Mayor Billy Vogel from the County Mayor's Office helped us coordinate that. All of our principals did an excellent job of highlighting their schools. They did a good job of carrying us around, letting us see some programs, letting us see some students and the activities they were doing and participating with. And again, we thank the commissioners that could take their time from their day. Some of them spent all day with us. We had a couple that had some other obligations and had some other things to do, and we certainly understand that. It's a busy day and a busy time. But lots of compliments that I heard from the commissioners that were with us, and the ones that were here, and they're very supportive of our school system and our school programs, and I would just like to thank them for being with us. Ms. Hogan, I know you took your day to go along with us. I don't know if you want to add anything to that before we move to other items in my report.
It was a great day. I was very proud. Of course, I'm proud of all of our schools, but the principals did a great job. I was a little, East Robertson Elementary, I guess, kind of got me because they were doing a STEM. We watched the STEM class, and they were like building a bridge out of these little things. I'm like, okay, my mind doesn't go there. But, I just think it's so neat that we do so many things. At a lot of all of our schools, I think, we're thinking outside the box now. We're not just in that little, I know y'all think I'm in a first grade classroom all the time, and I hear that from some of you sometimes, but, we do really have some great things happen, and it was a great day.
Ms. Hogan, speaking of your first grade classroom, we did not have time that day to tour your first classroom and your last classroom, nor mine. Both of us spent some time in our career at that building, and we enjoyed seeing the building, but not our classrooms, but had a good day there. Speaking of schools, and we're being proud of them, I would like to pass around this information, which was released earlier today. Earlier this week. I will say I'm proud of our high schools and the work that they do. I'm proud of our secondary education department. I'm proud of everybody that's contributed to our graduation rates. I would like to recognize East Robertson High School for having 94.6% students graduate. Greenbrier High School, 95.6% of the students graduate. Joe Burns High School, 100% of the students graduating. Springfield High School, 91.7% of the students graduating. White House Heritage, 94.8% of the students graduating. Our virtual school, 100% of the students graduating. And our Phoenix Academy, 98.3% of our students graduating. Again, these are the various types of students that earned their respective diplomas, and we know there's a lot of work that goes into that. They're prescribed courses that that each student has to take. Special education students have to meet their specific IEPs. Students who do not necessarily have English as their primary language have to meet certain requirements to do that. So I am very proud of our graduation rate. We do have a little work to do in a couple of places. Would like to also say, though, we do need to offer an explanation and an asterisk beside this. At the very end, you can barely see, there is not a graph, or there's not a bar on that graph, but you will see the Tennessee Connections Academy. You see a 0 by that. And Tennessee Connections Academy was a program that was, the decision was made a few years ago to have a virtual program that was offered to students from across the state. And those students who enrolled in that program, as you know, if a student let's just take a student who's at Joe Burns, we see they had 100%. If a student transferred from Joe Burns and moved to Joe Burns to another school in the system, we have paperwork we need to complete and pass back and forth. If they move to another school in the state of Tennessee, we have paperwork and we have documents, so we track those students back and forth. If they move to California from Tennessee, we have documents, so we have to track them and follow them back and forth. If they move out of the country, we have to track those students and move them back and forth. For whatever decisions were made a few years ago, sometimes we know decisions have lasting consequences. We have a 0 because those students who left the Tennessee Connections Academy when those decisions were made to close that, it's my understanding that nobody was tracked and nobody was actually, we don't know for whatever reason, nor for where those students went back to their schools, homeschooled or whatever they might have done. Being a math teacher, if we had 94, 95, 100, 91, 94, and 198, I believe our overall graduation that reflects the students that are sitting under the roofs of our people right now is above 90%. You can obviously see that by looking at the graph and looking at trend lines and see where that would be. But if we were taking, this is a lesson for all of our students tonight, if those were our grades and we had a missing assignment and we had a 0 for that assignment, our reported graduation is 79%. And as you know, that 79% is not acceptable to me. They didn't ask me what I thought. The state calculates that and the state assigns that number to us based on the students that we were accountable for at that time. And so with the two 100s, with the mid 90s and the upper 90s and even the low 90, unfortunately our graduation rate is 79% and is something we're going to have to deal with for another couple of years.
How many more years?
This year, next year, is that it? 2 years, we believe. And that's part of the accountability model that helps, that is a number that's factored in to determine our state accountability ranking, our state accountability letter grades that are assigned to schools and all that. So
I'm sure if there was a way to appeal this, you've already done that.
if there were a way to get rid of that 0, we would have done anything we could have.
There's
to
not
do
a
that.
single Robertson County kid in that Connections program, are they anymore?
No, sir, we don't even affiliate with the Tennessee
Yeah,
Connections
so-
Academy
yeah, so
anymore.
That's what,
So, you can look at it two ways. I'm celebrating because of the scores that you see on this page, and I'm proud of the schools. We do have some work to do at one of the schools there, and we'll be talking about that and how we can improve that graduation rate. But unfortunately, the one that gets reported in the media, and I would like to publicly thank the Tennessean because they called and asked, what challenges are we seeing? And the reporter there did a very nice job and did a nice article on just what I've explained to you. And it is unfortunate, but again, sometimes those consequences do have a lasting impact. But again, I'm proud of the 90+% of the graduates that we do have under our roofs and that we are responsible for and we can be held accountable for. So take that for what it is. I'll be glad to answer any questions that I can.
I just want to throw out there that every department was involved in, like Joe Burns getting their 100%. But I want to say what pushed us to that 100% with Mr. Gregory in the room, that's CTE. That's taking kids that might not have graduated and giving them a reason to stay in school and get that trade certificate, and that's why I push that so much. But like I say, everybody was involved in getting that, but I see, especially at my schools, that those certificates keep a lot of kids engaged and in school that otherwise might have left. That's awesome.
I I know we had a saying in the district that I came from that graduation starts in kindergarten. And so it starts with those students as they are enrolled and as they're prepared, and as they start to learn and recognize numbers and shapes, and they learn to read, and they make their way all through high school. So I think, and again, I think the numbers you see are something we can all be proud of, all the way back 12 years ago. Those students started school, and they were brought in and taught the things they needed to do, and have been there. And so programs that we have, fine arts programs, opportunities for all of our students, and those are great things, but again, we have some consequences. We'll move on from there.
Okay.
Item number 2 that we'd like to share with you this evening, board members, we shared a preliminary enrollment counts from the first week of school. I think our board meeting was the first week of school or after the first day or so, and numbers hadn't quite stabilized at that point in time. And so you'll see an up-to-date, this is of last Friday, I believe it was, maybe even a couple adjustments this morning, but you'll see our enrollments as of November of 24. In the Springfield cluster, you will see 4,513 students. The previous year is our average enrollment in this cluster last year. So that's the total average enrollment. So as you look at the total average enrollment, 4641. So in our Springfield cluster of schools, that's down 2.7%. You'll see there's some numbers in that column. Just don't go by the red and black. Some of the formatting didn't work exactly the way it needs to. Bransford, for instance, is showing a negative 3% change, but it's not highlighted in red like it needs to be. In the East Robertson cluster, we are up 3.6%. Greenbrier cluster down 4.9%. Joe Burns cluster up 3.14%. White House cluster up 5.3%. In our district schools, that number is so fluid, it's not really a meaningful number, but you'll see 154 students enrolled in our alternative school or Phoenix Academy or a virtual school, 154 students as compared to 198 last year. So overall district enrollment, you'll see, is down 0.9% over last year, so relatively stable. And again, that's over an average previous year enrollment of 11,427. As of these numbers, that makes us the 14th largest district in the state of Tennessee. And so really large when you start thinking about your Metro Nashville's, your Knoxville's, your Memphis, Rutherford County now, Clarksville, Montgomery County, Jackson, Madison ahead of us a little bit. But we were right in there with 14th largest district, serving the population 11,100.
I think IA might be better suited for the district cluster, since it's taking students from.
Probably so.
And Springfield's probably, they would have a much more drastic drop if it wasn't for IA adding a grade.
Just a couple other things, Ms. Hogan and board members. By your desk, you will see that we are having an in-house job fair. There's a flyer beside your desk from the HR department for that. Tuesday, November 12th from 1 to 4. That is for teachers, for classified employees, substitutes, bus drivers, and anything else that we may be looking for. And so that has been shared, that's out. And again, that's going to be from 1 to 4. You're certainly welcome to stop by and see that process and meet some of our candidates that might stop by. I know it was in your consent agenda, but I would just like to go back and just recognize our finance department and the working relationship that our finance department has with county finance. I hope you didn't just overlook it in your consent agenda, but in your consent agenda, item 3F, we had another perfect audit with absolutely no findings. So Ms. Kleinert, thank you for leading that, and we're very excited. And that's also closely tied with item 3G, our school audits, which are on there. And so you'll see a summary of the school reports and the school audits, which are in there, and you'll get a report specifically from each school. And we've had some conversations with just basic conversations with bookkeepers and principals where there are some minor findings. I will say that I'm not concerned about any. I'm not overlooking any of those, but there's nothing of major concern to us in any of those audits for the school audits. And lastly, in my report, I'd like to read a letter that I received on October 10th, 2024. This is a letter from our legal counsel, so I would like to read this publicly. This is from Megan Abbott, written to Sam Jackson. We write to thank the Robertson County School District for participating in the September 30th, 2024 conference call to discuss the implementation of the February 10th, 2015 settlement agreement between the United States and the Robertson County School District Board of Education and the August 4th, 2015 agreement regarding Robertson County School Secondary Student Assignment Plan. We thank the district for supplemental reporting provided on September 11th, 2024. We appreciate the district's efforts and cooperation throughout the course of our investigation and monitoring. This letter acts to formally notify the Robertson County School District of the closure of our assessment of the district's compliance with the terms of the primary and secondary agreements.
Okay.
That would conclude my report.
All right.
There is a bunch of people who spent a lot of time dealing with this over the years. I know they get paid, but think about all the extra work that they were having to do on top of their regular jobs. And it's truly been a rough road.
Hey, Mr. White, you said that much better than I do. That event happened after I left, and I know this board challenged me with, let's see if we can get that behind us when we had some preliminary discussions about me accepting this role. Mr. Jackson has been very instrumental in helping us gather and collect the information that was needed. That there are a few pieces needed, but again, it is a joint effort of everyone. I'm excited that we can move past that and move on from that. There's certainly lessons learned from the district and all employees, and we'll continue to carry some of those lessons with us. But I'm thankful that we can move forward.
Okay. Board members, do we have any old business that needs to come before us tonight? Any new business? Okay, we'll go to comments by board members. Mr. Ayers?
Agreement with the DOJ. Thank you for everybody that made that happen. I was talking to Ms. Jody from Joe Burns earlier that I'm already praying for all our schools because the kids are going to come back after a time change, 2 days off, and a stressful election. So I think I just praying for y'all Wednesday because that's going to be tough. But thank y'all for all y'all do. As a parent, thank y'all. I appreciate everybody that works on our kids. Thank you.
Ms. White?
Well, I just want to, I'm excited to have Hewlett Spencer, and thank y'all both for everybody for being here tonight, but I'm excited to see how that goes forward in planning. I think that could be a link that hopefully will save some confusion and money in the long run. So I think that's a good thing. And it was good to see everybody here tonight, and excited to see the Indian girls here tonight too. That's a big deal to go all the way to state, and thankful to have Miss Cook here tonight. She's the fearless leader. Oh me, but I just hope all the teachers and students enjoy one more day off tomorrow, and hopefully Wednesday will go really smooth after. But go vote and go spend money in the county, because I noticed in the budget our tax dollars are still down. So anyway, so.
I'm gonna shout out to HR again, because I see resignations and leaving, and I always see hiring more than what those numbers are. So y'all keep kicking and keep getting people to send you folks, because I know that's a lot. Word of mouth is a lot. I actually was talking with someone this past week, and I'm supposedly getting 3 people for you. I don't know, but I'm trying. I can't do that. No, I better not do that. You know, when you look at the numbers, it is what it is. I know that when this program was presented, there was nothing in any presentation that said this would be the outcome if you go away from us. So not only did we go away from them, from this company, but they jabbed us pretty hard when we did, and that is in these numbers. So I hope that in the future, if another county is thinking about working with this group, that they would call me for a recommendation. I would be very glad to give them any type of recommendation I could. But I want to celebrate that. I mean, Joe Burns, 100%, man, that's awesome. All of these are. I mean, everybody's 91 and above, and I'd like to work that average out, because that's what I'm going to tell people. Is this is our average of in-school folks.
That's the real number.
This is the real number, and this is what the state wants us to look like, because that's pretty much what it is right now in the climate that we're in. I'm gonna hush now, okay?
Are you done?
Election day is tomorrow,
Okay.
so everybody go out and vote if you hadn't already.
So can I do that one other thing that I would like to add? I forgot to mention, we would like to congratulate our 4 of our 6 high school football teams who are playoff eligible.
right.
Joe Burns High School, White House Heritage High School, Springfield High School, and East Robertson High School. Each of those teams will be playing this Friday night. And so we congratulate the coaches, those communities, especially those ball players and families that will be involved in football playoffs this week.
Well, I guess one of the things that caught my eye in the consent agenda is the early graduates. I always look forward to those graduation times, and I think that's a real special time, and it'll be here before you know it. So anyway, that's about all I have. So everybody else okay? Okay, meeting is adjourned.
Thank you.